I think one of the worst things you can do, and I think one of the worst mistakes that the black community has made, is going to celebrities for advice on anything. Going to a celebrity for advice on anything. Just because a person is a good singer or just because a person is a good actor doesn't mean they have it together in every aspect of their life. Just because a person is funny. And the black community has largely done a very bad job at doing this. You remember Steve Harvey at one point, and probably still is to a certain extent. Steve Harvey was famous in the black community for how to treat a man, how a man needs to be treated. He was giving relationship advice. This nigga's been through like multiple divorces. He's been in multiple failed marriages. He's the exact wrong person we should be listening to when it comes to any type of marriage or relationship advice. Steve Harvey is the absolute worst person for that. And also politics, Steve. But I'll admit, Steve Harvey is a funny guy. But being funny doesn't mean I give I care. I give a fuck about what you're saying when it comes to politics. And he's delved not only into relationships, and I wonder how many relationships has Steve Harvey ruined. It's probably an untold number of relationships with women, because I can't imagine a man listening to Steve Harvey. Maybe you got some coon niggas who listen to Steve Harvey. But I just wonder how many women have actually listened to Steve Harvey and just ruined, just fucked up totally their relationship because they listened to Steve Harvey. And it's interesting, food for thought. But this is Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is sold out. In this election cycle, we have Kamala Harris. She's just shopping around from celebrity to celebrity to celebrity to just buy those votes. And she's banking on the fact that black people are so dumb that we don't know what's going on. She's banking on the fact that you don't realize she's just now claiming to be black. She's banking on the fact, she's banking on your ignorance, which is why she's going to all these celebrities. She tried to go to, remember I talked about Kai Cenat earlier? He's a streamer, a dumb streamer. He's mostly apolitical, doesn't talk about anything. Kamala Harris, what she's betting on is buying these apolitical streamers, going to people like Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion performed at her rally not too long ago. She tried to get Quavo. I did a video about that. Kamala Harris is looking to buy your support through getting all the celebrities to support her. She's literally buying these people off. She's literally giving these people hundreds of thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars to market her campaign, hoping that you're just so dumb that you're going to vote for her without her giving any policies. She thinks you're so dumb. She wants you to be so ignorant that you support her just on the strength of that. Now, if you have a celebrity with no morals, a celebrity with no real ideology, somebody who's just famous for the sake of being famous, which is most famous people nowadays, they're going to fall for that. They're absolutely and utterly going to fall for that. And Steve Harvey's one of those people. Steve Harvey's one of those people. So in this video, he's going to give an explanation why I'm not bought and sold out. That's his whole thing. He's going to do his whole shtick. Why he said he ain't bought and sold out. I ain't bought and I ain't sold out, according to Steve Harvey. He absolutely and utterly is. But let's look at his explanation here. How he's in his explanation of why he ain't bought and sold out. Let's take a look at this.
I really love some of the things you say. I really, really do, man. Some of the stuff I don't always agree with.
In this, and I should set this up. In this, he's talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, because Dr. Umar Johnson called Steve Harvey out for indeed being a sellout. That's who he's talking about in this.
But ain't nobody got to agree with everything I say. But let me clear the air on something.
Please.
You can't hire Steve Harvey for $10,000 to do nothing.
Yes, thanks.
Let me just A that out the way. I
And B.
don't know where you got that number from, but you can't offer Steve Harvey $10,000 to do nothing. You can go through the industry and ask about me.
That's
Bro,
hey.
let me tell you something. Omar, let me tell you something, man. And there ain't no hate here at all, cause I like some of the work he does. I really do.
Yeah.
And do you see Do you see just how fake Steve Harvey is? He knows Umar Johnson's name. All right. He intentionally calls him, Omar, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And do you hear what the argument is? The argument isn't, hey, I wouldn't sell out, period. I have Kamala Harris on my show. They're talking about Kamala Harris showing up on the Steve Harvey show and Steve Harvey asking softball questions to Kamala Harris. Why? Because she bought and paid for his support. And so Steve Harvey's argument isn't, well, I would never do this. I would never do such. I have too many principles. Yeah, I'm too principled of a man to ever sell out for any reason. That's not his argument. His argument is, nigga, you can go around the industry and ask about me. $10,000? What kind of cheap hoe do you think I am? Now, $100,000 maybe, we can talk. But $10,000? Umar Johnson? So in this, in his beginning argument, Steve Harvey isn't denying that he'd sell out. He's just saying he wouldn't sell out for $10,000. Let's take a look at this.
Listen, man, I don't
He said he
I
loved you
don't
too.
do nothing for $10,000. Don't even insult the brand equity that I've built over these 30 years of television. I just don't, man. And I'm doing this absolutely free of charge because I want this country to be in her hands as opposed to Donald Trump's hands. That's why I do it. Now, me and Ricky Smiley happened to.
And he brought Ricky Smiley up. Ricky Smiley is another one of these coons that Kamala Harris bought and paid for. There's just been a blitz by the Kamala Harris campaign to buy black celebrities. You know, she bought Ricky Smiley. Obviously, she's bought Steve Harvey. You know, she's buying all these celebrities. And Steve Harvey, he's going to go into this clip. This next part. He's going to go into talking about how he would never sell out in a million years. I never sell out. You know, he does that whole kind of shtick that he does. But I have an old clip of Steve Harvey. I don't know if Steve quite remembers this, but I remember it. Okay, I remember this clip of Steve Harvey. And he's going to tell you about him and selling out. Let's take a look at this.
$10 million. For $4 million, I'll be all the motherfucking monkey you can stand. Black people will be so embarrassed by my motherfucking performance, you'll be sitting up there just going, look at this big lip son of a bitch. You ain't got to act like that much of a motherfucking monkey. Be picking shit off me looking at it. Be walking around that
Okay. All right. Now, I will play more of that. But in that shtick, Steve Harvey's telling you, this was about 20 years ago at one of his comedy specials. I think it was a BET comedy special or something. But he said, look, for a certain amount of money, I'll be a show monkey. I will come to work with a suitcase full of bananas. I'll pick shit off of me. I'll make monkey noises. For $10 million, I will be a monkey for all intents and purposes. Steve Harvey admitted it. So now, you know, just because it's convenient, and, you know, they sold out too. Now because it's convenient to say, oh, I'd never sell out and I have principles. That's what he's saying. Yeah, he's saying he has principles. Now, wow, it's convenient to say that. When you're pushing the propaganda, it's convenient. That's a convenient argument. But in reality, Steve Harvey said years ago, he will sell out. He's the last person we should be listening to when it comes to politics. Him or any other of these celebrities that have a track record of just not telling the truth and being, you know, straddling on the fence when it comes to these truth issues. We're still doing the whole thing, you know, raising money for the channel or raising money for the laptop and the audio equipment. I'll pin my Cash App in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. Engage with it. Make a comment. You know, we got to get into the algorithm. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke.